has that kind of feel.
So how do you thrive when you have so much competition? When you have so...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Miss Be Inspired. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Yay, yay, yay.
And I got my co-host here with me, Mr.
Jabril Morris.
How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's doing well on this lovely Wednesday afternoon, evening.
It's evening. Also afternoon as well.
I guess. So what's going on, folks? I hope you're having a great week so far. Hope everything is going well for you. Definitely going well for me. I have to tell you something that happened. First of all, yesterday was my daughter's birthday. So shout out to Lily.
Happy birthday,
Lily. Woo-hoo. We went to the state fair yesterday. Well, I surprised her at school with some balloons.
Oh.
And then after that, we went to the state fair. And as we were walking up to the gate, before we got to the gate, one of the coordinators for the state fair stopped us. And at first, I thought she was with the Baltimore Sun paper, because sometimes they like to sell you papers. So I was like, no, I don't want any. And she was like, oh no, I'm not with them. And the guy who was working the stand was like, no, you want to talk to her. I was like, okay. So she pulled me to the side and she said, how would you like to be the Maryland State Fair Family of the Day? And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. And I was like, well, what does that entail? And she said, well, you get a wristband to get on all the rides for free. You get $30 worth of food vouchers.
Wow.
We put on T-shirts. They took a picture of us and put it up on their Maryland State Fair Facebook page. So if you go to the Maryland State Fair Facebook page, go down the feed, you will see a picture of me and my son and my daughter and one of the ladies who was working there, one of the coordinators.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yes, it was so cool. I was like, wow. So that was a blessing, and it was good for Lily because that, it was like a super birthday gift for her. And she was determined to take her balloons inside of the state fair. So I had to carry her balloons all around the fair the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh.
How old is she turn?
She is 6 years old.
Oh.
In the first grade.
I know that made her day to be fat. Well, did she really understand what was going on? She
did. At 6 years old, you pretty much.
I mean, but the whole just out of random.
Right. She was surprised. I guess she probably didn't understand it to the degree that I did.
Yeah.
But, But anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, Be Inspired family. Good things happen. They do, and I credit it to the favor of God. I put that on my post. I was like, see, and treat people nice and good things will come back to you.
Yeah.
You do good things.
Yeah.
All right. So enough about that. Guess what? We are about to go into inspirational news.
Yeah. Boom. You like that? You like that?
We need to get out a little sound bite for that. Inspirational news. Sure. But we got some hot stuff to talk about. Oh my goodness. Yes, we have some hot stuff to talk about in inspirational news. And one thing, I had to stop just looking for stories that was like, this inspirational thing, and look at news in general and see how you can get the lesson out of it or the important points out of it. So instead of just looking for articles that's called inspirational, I said, no, I can take regular news events that's going on, put a spin on it, the Be Inspired spin on it, and that's what we're doing. Inspiration. Right. So that's what we're doing today. We got 3 topics we want to talk about. We're going to talk about Adrian Bailon, who just got engaged to Israel Horton. So if you don't know who Israel Horton is, he is a world-renowned gospel artist. And Adrian Bailon, she used to be a cheetah girl, but is now one of the talk show hosts at The Real. So it's been, to tell you the truth, I've read through some comments about it, and some people aren't really that impressed about it, especially the church world, because you know why? Because you have, quote unquote, a secular person who is Adrian marrying a gospel artist, and he's been divorced before. He's been divorced. And so the other thing in question about this engagement is that the timing between when he divorced his wife and when they got together. So that's the controversy. And you know how church folk can be. They start giving stuff like that the side eye, like, know about that.
Right.
I mean, I can't judge because I don't know the circumstances behind the divorce for Israel Horton. I don't know, but because that's none of our business, but he is divorced. So, he's not just separated from his wife. They are divorced legally. That's right. And so now Adrian and Israel are together. Now, there had been some pictures before this came out, before the announcement of their engagement came out, of them on vacation. So there were pictures of them in the ocean and, courting and, dating and whatnot. So there were a lot of pictures out there about that. And so, of course, people started commenting about that, like, what's going on with that, But I mean, come on. In the church world, don't you go on dates with the person you're interested in? Right. I mean, I went on dates with my husband.
I meant, like, what was the time period between him getting divorced and then him?
It wasn't that long. I don't have the exact time. That's something we're probably gonna have to look into. Okay. But it wasn't that long. And let me look at this one,
because a lot of people may try to make the argument that he was courting her while.
And that is true. That was one of the things that was saying, because that was being said, like, okay, what's going on here, the timing, And again, this is not me judging. This is me talking about, this is a hot topic now. And especially for those of us who are Christians, And the thing is, Adrienne Bailon is a Christian, but people see her as someone who is secular or worldly because she used to be a part of Cheetah Girls, and she was also dating Rob Kardashian at one time.
Really?
Yeah. They were together,
You're right.
They were together at one time. So when they look at her, they don't look at, Christian woman, woo. They don't. They see a woman who has been very much a part of the entertainment industry, on the secular side, and and now she's on The Real, and which I think is a good gig, but So
for me, when she was a Cheetah Girl, it was for young girls. It was more like a inspirational thing that she did, and
young girls did look up to her and the other group, and the movies that they used to do together, the Cheetah Girl.
I used to like Pleasure.
Right.
I used to watch the Cheetah Girls movie, and I enjoyed it.
They were good. They did. They had a good message, and they were good. Right. So
So
so that's that. So there was an article that came out. Who is this? This is Jordan. This is some name of the person who wrote this article. But this article says that Adrian was really ecstatic about the engagement, the whole thing, and everything. What we're going to do is, let's go to the soundbite so you guys can hear it. Enough of me talking. The one of Adrienne Bailon talking about her engagement. We might need a second. So let me read a little bit of the article. So it says, The Real host, which is Adrienne, couldn't help but gush about the new chapter in her relationship with the Grammy-winning singer-songwriter. In an appearance on Hollywood Today Live. The former Cheetah Girl, which is what she's mostly known for, right? Yeah. So the former Cheetah Girl recalled the moment Horton asked her to marry him. So they went on this extravagant, I could tell you because I read up on it a little bit. Let me put this paper down. This is hold me back, okay? Let me get free up in here. But they had gone on this extravagant vacation to Paris.
Oh.
And so they were really just going on a vacation together. And so her parents showed up on the trip. And so she thought, because her parents were celebrating their 20th year of marriage anniversary. So their 20th anniversary of marriage. And so she thought they were showing up because, it was their anniversary. So enough of me. Let's go to the soundbite.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
You just got engaged.
I did.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much.
Tell us what happened.
So happy beyond words. Actually, we were vacationing in Europe. We had just gone to Greece, and then we ended up coming back to Paris. And I was surprised with my parents showing up in Paris, and I didn't know there was some trickery going on.
It even makes the Eiffel Tower look small. Yeah.
Oh my God. It was honestly just magical. My parents being there was so special to me. They actually were celebrating 20 years of marriage.
Oh.
And I thought originally that we were just celebrating them. And then obviously when the surprise happened, I was super excited and super happy. So I can't wait.
Well, we're so happy for you too. I will say, you're only dating 6 months. How did you know he's the guy?
We were friends for 3 years before.
Oh, I love
and
that.
I think that makes a big difference.
Yes.
And being older, you kind of know what you want. I think when you're younger, you have to date around, kind of see what you like, what you don't. There's different things from different people that I've dated that I'm like, I love this quality. Don't love this quality so much. So when I'm going to be 33 this year, I know exactly what I wanted, and he is everything I wanted and more. So he's awesome. And he is my best friend. I think that makes such a big difference. And we never thought we'd end up together, which allows you not to have your representative there. So when you never think you're gonna get together, you actually act
yourself.
Yes, like looking crazy and everything.
Right. What do you mean by
multiplication.
representative? What do you mean, like the
She's
fancy
like when
version?
you're dating, you like somebody.
She's her real selves.
Yeah, when you like somebody and you're going into the relationship liking them, you have ulterior motives. It's like, I really want him to like me too. Where that wasn't there. It was just like, oh, hey, what's up? And we'd hang out and with like a bunch of friends, and I would say ridiculous things out of my mouth that I probably wouldn't say if I really liked him.
Yeah.
And then he got to know the real me, and I love that.
What you guys think about that?
That was sweet.
I think it was sweet. Yeah. I do. I like the fact that they were friends first. I think that does make a huge difference in a relationship. You know, I think that kind of tears down all those walls of being somebody that you're not. Just if you just cool with the person and get to know them as a friend instead of jumping into a marriage, it kind of makes it a little easier, a little better to get into that relationship. And she knew what she wanted. So she felt like she was mature enough to enter into this relationship. So I think that was cool. So shout out to Adrian and Israel. You know, in my head, we're all friends. So hey, shout out to you guys. Congratulations and all that wonderful blissfulness and all. Congratulations to you.
Yeah.
So moving right along, let's talk about this issue with we're not going to be able to finish this one, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. So there has been a lot of controversy behind Governor Hogan. So if you haven't found out, Governor Hogan, who is the Maryland governor, announces that Maryland schools will open after Labor Day. So he signs an executive order. This is something that he decides he should be policy for all Maryland public schools to open after Labor Day. Now, when I was a kid, that was the case.
Yeah.
But of course, I was going to school in the 80s and early 90s.
I mean, but in the 2000s, they was doing
in
it
the 2000s
too.
too. So, you know, it's kind of weird. I think it has like several aspects to it. First of all, you have to think of not just the parents and all, but you have to think about the businesses too. A lot of businesses lose out or could potentially lose out on money because the summer vacations are not really happening. Now the schools are in, if you ain't think about it like that, right? But now the schools are in, businesses could be losing out on money. So it could affect the economy. This is just things that I thought about.
I mean, if you saying that the summer break won't happen? Or?
No, the summer break is being shortened.
I thought it would be extended if they're pushing.
No, I'm saying now it is. I'm not saying that it will be, but it's already shortened. You see what I'm saying? Now, if it's extended, that's great.
Yeah,
you know, like it used to be. But because it had been shortened, Before, businesses might be losing out on money. I know. Okay, so this also leads into the air conditioning issue. The school year only has 140 some odd days in it. So school is already starting in late August, and then some schools do not have air conditioning, and it's very hot in August. So you're starting it before the Labor Day. School is gonna have to shut down. They only have a certain amount. If it's too hot, schools have to shut down if it's too hot. You know what? We're not gonna be able to finish this. What we're gonna do is post show, we're gonna talk about it. Post show, we're gonna talk about it. But we're gonna ready to take a break. When we come back, we're gonna do some announcements, and we'll have more with the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You're listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Talk dirty to me.
I love it. It's awesome. It's all mine. Gets me going every day.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're going to get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all. So let us know, first of all, what is Banji soul?
Banji soul is basically just real. It's real soul. It's real. It's not cut down. It's not watered down. It's, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, banji, ratchet, whatever, how you like to put it, classify it. But I like to say banji, because I'm classy.
Banji is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up. You got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the banji.
Yeah.
Right. So she's created her own lane, Banji soul. So let us know how that is covered in the album that released on the 9th of this month, right?
Yes. Well, I did it to a number of industry tracks, including like the Beatles Come Together, and I did a Lindsay Lohan joint. You remember the Confessions of a Broken Heart?
Okay.
And a lot of stuff I aimed to like change the theme that was originated, or just to. It was my therapy.
Okay.
It was my therapy.
So that's why this is a mixtape.
Yes.
Okay, because you did a lot of remakes. Okay, I got you. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game.
Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, huh?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
To the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com and live on YouTube at Be Exposed Radio. Just a few announcements. First of all, this is your host, Miss Be Inspired. I'm here with my co-host.
Jabril.
I was about to go right into announcements. Like I was on that train. I was like, let's go. All right. So first, I have to announce the Be Exposed Radio Open House. Woohoo! Woo! September the 17th from 12 to 5 p.m. And that's on a Saturday, folks. Be Exposed Open House, September the 17th from 12 to 5 p.m. Unfortunately, no after party. And we can't say the Ramba Tropical Lounge anymore because we don't have open house. We don't have after parties there anymore. But we definitely are having the open house, which happens every third Saturday of the month. So if you can make it out, please make it out. We want you to come out. We have some wonderful sponsorship opportunities, some opportunities for you to expand your businesses. So all you business owners out there, up and coming artists, whatever you got going on, whatever your gig is, you got to come here because we have some opportunities for you to expand your business, some commercial opportunities, some event. Like if you need somebody to host your event, we got that covered. We got live broadcast your event. We can do that for you. You can do a live recorded interview. Come on. So we got all kinds of stuff. You can get a logo. You can get the logo put on the website, all that good stuff. So please come out to the Be Exposed Open House, Saturday, September the 17th from 12 to 5 p.m. There's always good food, fun, and most of all, network. Got cold. Ow. My toes hurt, y'all. Ow. All right. So now on to the next announcement. Your girl, Miss Be Inspired, will be hosting the Live on Purpose conference October the 7th through the 9th. This is kind of a big, I'm going to be hosting it. Yes, I am going to be the Madame of Ceremony. Wow. And this is going to be in Wilmington, Delaware. You guys, this is going to be so awesome. And so some of the proceeds is going to be going to a worthy cause. It's going to be going to youth programs for at-risk and disabled teens. So you gotta go to Eventbrite and look up Live on Purpose Conference. It's going to be at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel. You don't want to miss it. On Friday, there's going to be a comedy and youth talent show. On Saturday, there are going to be workshops, faith, family, franchise, finances, and fitness. That's what's going to be talked about. And there are some dynamic speakers that's going to be at that event. I am so blessed that I was asked to host that event. This is a big deal. It's going to be some major speakers there. And I'm always grateful for any kind of opportunities that I get. So the conference host, the one who coordinated this is Khadijah Carroll, who's also known as Miss Live on Purpose. So we kind of say we're each other's equal because I'm Miss Be Inspired. She's Miss Live on Purpose. And that's also my accountability partner. So awesome event. The early bird special for registration is $52. And if you are a student, it's only $12 for you. So you got to make it out to the Live on Purpose conference on October 7th through 9th, 2016 at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel in Wilmington, Delaware. If you want to register, go to Eventbrite and look up Live on Purpose Conference and put in those dates, October 7th through 9th, and you will be able to register. So that's pretty much all I have for you today for announcements. Come back after this break and we're going to get right into our topic, entering the winner's circle.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Listening to BeExposedRadio.com. You are listening to Be Exposed Radio.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What?
What'd you say? Wait a second, huh?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon? Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, folks. TGIW.
Hello.
To you, and you. If you are just tuning in, welcome one and all to the most fabulous show that comes on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. live on www.beexposedradio.com and also live on YouTube on Be Exposed Radio. Go and subscribe to Be Exposed Radio on YouTube. We're on there live. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired, and my co-host,
Jabril Morris.
And we are here to bring you inspiration to get you through the rest of the week. That's our tagline. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. What we're going to do is we're going to finish up with our hot topics because that was just good. When we were talking about Adrian Bailon and Israel Horton, congratulations to you guys. And then we started talking about the executive order that Governor Hogan just signed ordering Maryland schools, public schools, to start after Labor Day. Now, there are a lot of, there are a lot of naysayers, and there are a lot of I'm losing, I know the word I want to say. You know, it's right at the tip of your tongue and you can't think of it, but there are a lot of aspects that can go along with this. I'll say that for lack of a better word, of the schools opening after Labor Day. Now, there are some people who could be for it. There are some people who would be against it. Now, I'd be interested to know who is for the school starting.
I think I wouldn't say everybody.
Maybe not everybody, but what I'll do is I'll give out the call-in number and see who, So if you are, let us know, call us at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443-642-9403 and let us know how you feel about this. Are you for schools opening after Labor Day or against it? And why? I think we're going to put that on Facebook too.
Okay.
Are you for school starting after Labor Day or against it? Now, for me, I am for it.
Okay.
And I have several reasons why. I'll tell you some of the reasons why I know some parents don't want schools to start after Labor Day is because they feel like students need something to do with their time. They don't think that they should be out for that long. If you understand what I mean. And what do you think? Let me ask you. Let's get your opinion.
Well, for me, I feel like it's a good thing.
Okay.
Because one, I was reading an article and it says that the family vacations would be able to extend through August, which is good. Mm-hmm. And also from a college student perspective, or just a student in general, that Monday, you know how the first week of class is. It's just like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Here's your syllabus. This is what we're going to do. Then that following Monday, it's like a off Monday.
Yeah.
So it's Labor Day. So it's like, it's weird to get back into the swing of school.
Right.
Next week beginning, you have no class.
Right.
So it's just like, my mind is going to go play mode
exactly
again.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'd be good to just let every summer holiday go past first, then get right back into school.
Yeah.
Because by then you'll be like, all right, school time.
So I'm gonna give you my perspective as to why I disagree with school starting after Labor Day. Now, I'm gonna come to you from a business aspect because I do have a background in business.
Okay.
That's what my degree is, and that's exactly where my mind went first. Now, I don't know how many people thought about this, and I'm sure that was taken into consideration. But with school starting with school starting sooner or before Labor Day, it essentially cuts down the summer break or even the business owners who look forward to the summer months, especially those places like Ocean City, the beaches, the East Coast beaches that really thrive during the warmer summer months, that really cuts into their income because people aren't taking vacations. They aren't, they're cutting their vacation times because send their children back to school, so they can't take vacations like that during the week, and also you have to think about students who have summer jobs in the summer. See, they could have more opportunities to be making more money, especially college students. They have that time to work during the summer, so it can have some implications on the economy because you don't have a longer summer break. And so I'm thinking from the business aspect, like, let's think about these places. Summer camps are affected during the summer,
right?
When you have shorter summer breaks. And think about it also, the summer is already being, shortened, the summer break, because we have winter.
Yeah.
If there's snow or any kind of ice, students are getting out of school. And then when you start school before Labor Day, you're in the height of summer where it's hot, it's 90 degrees, and you have schools that don't have ACs. So they're going to be out of school. Those schools are going to be closed. So then you're tacking on more days onto the end of the school year and starting sooner. So that time, from from the business aspect, it can have some implications on the economy and on businesses who thrive during the summer months in terms of getting money because they're not operating as much.
I was reading also in here, and it says that they would start after Labor Day and they're ordered to conclude on June the 15th.
Right.
June the 15th.
Right. Which is about, that's about right.
So, and then for me, another thing that was kind of in my mind, if they start later, which is like a week later, they would be getting out a week later, or they make sure they even out that time period. So as though if we start later, we're gonna have to end later, and that's a bad thing for students because of course you want to get out of school as soon as possible.
But I mean, but I think the time that they're proposing is decent. I think that's logical and that's doable. And people don't feel like they're rushing into the school year. Like before I realized that, oh my gosh, it's time for them to go back to school. And any kind of hurry up and cram in all your little last minute summer vacations into that time. When usually you have at least the rest of August
to do something
with your family. So I'm just going to read a little bit of the article. This is from CBS Baltimore on Twitter. It says Governor Larry Hogan has announced that Maryland's public schools will open their doors after Labor Day in future school years. Now, I don't know exactly when this executive order will be official. But it says he made the announcement at a news conference called by himself and Comptroller Peter Franco on Ocean City's boardwalk Wednesday afternoon. Now, it's funny that they would have this press conference in Ocean City, which proves my point. And the comptroller is involved because all of this stuff goes hand in hand. These businesses, especially the beaches like Ocean City and all of the Delaware beaches and these, we don't have anything to do with Delaware, but for Maryland, Ocean City is the biggest one, really. Right? But really, because this affects Maryland, Ocean City takes a huge hit if summer vacation is ended like right before the end
Yeah,
of the
right
school,
in the
like
prime
2
time,
weeks.
very
2 weeks
basically.
before August is even over. It's and it is prime time. You know, he said Hogan said 75% of Marylanders support the idea. So there are a lot of people that are on board for different reasons. After the announcement, he signed an executive order mandating that classes not only begin after Labor Day, but also end no later than June 15th, like you said. This is a developing story, so we don't have all of the facts right now, but we do know that an executive order has been signed. We don't know when this will become official, when this will start. We don't have any of those specifics yet. But this is a developing story that we're going to keep an eye on. As a parent, I support the idea because for me, it like I said, it's so quick, you know, that time. And I like to be able to spend that time with the kids during the summertime. You know, now some parents are like, no, they need to go back because I'm getting tired of, you know, they don't have nothing to do with their time, getting tired of spending all this money on summer camps and this and that and the third. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I know there are other ideas and perspectives out there. So give us a call at 410-702-5657. or text us at 443-642-9403 and let us know what your perspective is on this. Is this something that you agree with? Do you agree with this mandate or this executive order being signed to start schools after Labor Day, or are you against it? Or or let us know, because we're going to do a post-show wrap-up and we're going to talk about it too, to give you a chance to weigh in. So
now, what was the reasoning for them to change it in the first place? Because at first it was after Labor Day.
Well, I had seen on Facebook and several places where people were signing petitions and people were beginning to complain about it. And I'm pretty sure that the governor's office got wind of this, that people were like, wait a minute, this is just way too soon. And this leads me into the next topic, which is about Baltimore and Baltimore County schools that do not have air conditioning.
Okay.
Now, there are quite a few schools that don't. And when the summer months approach and school is starting, they have to let out. So if the weather is 90 degrees or 90 degrees or higher.
I thought it was 100.
No, 90 degrees.
Oh.
90 degrees or higher, schools have to be closed if they do not have AC.
Yeah.
So this poses a problem for parents, because now they have to take off from work, find arrangements for their children, you know, and they're not planning for this. But if it started after Labor Day, perhaps the weather will start to break some and it might not be as much of an issue.
Right.
But when you start so far into August, you have more chances for school to be closed, because you're in the heat of the summer, really, literally.
Right.
You know, no pun intended. You're in it. Like, that's when it's really hot in August, July and August. That's when the temperatures are really 90-some degrees.
Right.
So there are a lot of schools who do not have air conditioning. Baltimore County Board of Education changes air conditioning policy. So we have another article here from CBS Baltimore that really talks about it. It says, only 1 week into the school year and the Baltimore County Board of Education changes its own heat policy. In an amendment voted on during a school board meeting on Tuesday night, kids will now have to go to school if the heat index fails to hit 90 degrees by 11 a.m. The decision comes amid growing frustration due to the county's old policy, which required 37 schools to shut their doors if the heat index goes above 90 degrees for any part of the day. Now, the problem is there were some parents on the news that I saw who were like, this is a disgrace to have children in a classroom where the heat is so, you know, they're sweating, they're becoming dehydrated, they're asking for water. Now, how can you concentrate in an environment like that? Now, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I know back in the way back days, I know people will say that back in the old days, they didn't have AC, you know, and they may do, I'm sure. Okay. You know,
right.
But we're in an environment where this is
source of
right. They had to make it. They made it work. They had the ceiling fans. They had, you know, but in that type of environment, especially because we have grown accustomed to having AC, you know, in most instances. People are used to that. They are.
Right.
But it is hard. I'm pretty sure it's hard for children to concentrate in that kind of heat. And people get irritable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people, especially Black people, get attitudes.
Yeah. And then that could cause problems because irritable student causes problems for the teacher. And then if the teacher's having problems with the student, they call school police. And then school to prison pipeline takes effect. So, you know, everything.
There could be a lot of implications.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let's go to, because we have a couple of articles here that we can talking about. So here's one that I think is really cool. And this one is from, I don't know what the source is. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. But this is an article, Baltimore County to forward fund start share, complete remaining school central air conditioning upgrades by 2017. So county expects to be fully reimbursed $166.4 million for advanced state share. Baltimore County Executive Kevin, I need to get some oh Lord God, phonetic spelling on some of these words, on some of these names, because they are like, announced that county will advance the state share of school construction funding to expedite central air conditioning for every remaining elementary school and middle school classroom by fall of 2017.
What about the high schools?
All the schools. Well, it says elementary and middle schools. That is true. Well, I don't know if the high schools are without ACs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they are or aren't.
Well, why would you have an elementary school without an AC?
I know.
Wow.
We're going to have to do some more research on this, folks.
Yeah.
So we could talk about this in detail. But there's a lot of talk about this. If you're listening to the news, there's a lot of information on this on the news, you know, about this. So I want you guys to go and do some research and look this up, especially if you're a parent. If you are a parent, you got to be informed about what's going on in the school systems, what's affecting your children. Now, incidentally, my children go to an elementary school that has AC. So, you know, it doesn't mean that I don't care about what's happening to the students who are in the schools that don't have AC, because I very much do. That's why we're talking about it, because we got to figure out a way to work together with our officials, our government officials, to figure out how to work this through, because we want our children to get the best education they can, and we want them to do well and thrive in school. So that's why we're talking about it. It's a real issue. It's happening, you guys. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, more with the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You're listening to the station with their ear to the streets. BeExposedRadio.com.
What is Hood Respect? Family, life, work, love. We are all from the hood and we all want respect. That's why we wear Hood Respect. Available in men's, women's, and kids. For more information and ordering options, contact Instagram at Hood Respect, Facebook to Mel Martin Sr., and email at hoodrespect.tms71@gmail.com. The look you need is Hood Respect.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician. This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really? He had no idea just how many. I can't believe it. This one looks good. Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner? See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio. Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, you are listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired, and my co-host Jabril, he's doing double duty. He's helping to get us set up. But we've been talking about hot topics, and now we're getting ready to go right into our interview with our guest tonight, which I'm really, really excited that they were able to make it. And the one thing about the Be Inspired Radio Show is that we're always wanting to highlight new talent that's going on in the city, especially those that's doing some positive things. And the one thing I've always said is that there is not enough light shed on the talent here in Baltimore. And there's a lot of hidden talent going on. There really, really, really is. That's just undiscovered or that's not being promoted properly. So I use this platform for that. Jabril and I, we use that platform for that. So without further ado, I'm going to let our guest go ahead and introduce himself. You can use this mic too. So we can start with you, Mack.
Alrighty. All right, cool. All right,
And you might, if you hear some feedback, you can just pull the headsets back off your ear. Okay. So that way.
All right, cool. Alrighty. I am H07 Mack. I'm a hip hop artist from Baltimore, obviously, you know. With my team, H07 Kira and H07 Well, I can't really introduce them, but yeah, we were just a positive hip hop group, you know, just spreading positive, you know, because even in the city now, it's like a lot of negative light always shed on Baltimore. So
yes,
it's just
like
a different sound for it.
That's good. Yeah. And I had a chance to listen to the music. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. Yeah. All right. So you want to introduce yourself?
Hello. Yeah. My name is HL7 Kira, also known as Kira or Kira Japan. I'm the hip hop artist in HL7 whose music is inspired by the Japanese culture. You know, so I like anime. I'm an otaku. I'm a gamer. But I try to use those things that, you know, I like the most to, you know, kind of create like my own sound about like what's going on and use these relatively things that I like to create my own message, you know. So I kind of put like anime and gamers and stuff like that into cool. Like bars.
I know Robbie. Look, Robbie, that's my boy. He's the engineer. And he's you should have seen his eyes. He was like, if you can't see his eyes, y'all can't see his eyes out there in YouTube land. But Robbie was like, because he is all into anime and stuff.
The guy with the Naruto.
Yes, that's your dude. You gonna have to hook up with him after the show. Yeah. All right.
I'm HL70. I'm the youngest member of HL7, and I pretty much rap. My rap is based more around philosophy and just life itself in general. I know I'm still young and I don't know too much, but I'm learning more every day, and I want to put it into my music. I want people to recognize that I have something to say. I'm not like all the other rappers that, you know, rap about the same just droll and just negative stuff in general.
I agree.
I don't
Totally.
rap about anything that I've never done or that I won't do. And honesty is one of the biggest things in my music.
I love it. This is what I'm talking about. We all soaking it up, but that's what we like. Really, we do. You know, and my thing is, I respect the craft and the art because I understand a lot of work goes into it. You know, some people say, "Oh, creativity comes easy to them," but you know, it's a lot of work that goes into it. The planning, the coordinating, the putting it together, the beats, the all that. And you know, I'm not saying like I know anything about it. You know, I'm not no music professional or nothing, but I understand that a lot of work goes into it. So shout out to you guys. So what if I asked y'all to do a little, you know, freestyle spitting or something? Can y'all do that?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
All right. So we're gonna hook that up in a few minutes. But I wanted to talk about the name. So HL7. So how did y'all come out with that name?
Well, it originally was created by like our older members in our group who is HL7C4 and SB. They created it like back in like 06, 05. You know?
Okay.
It's been a while, man. But he made HL7 to represent many different things. He was like, the 7 is a powerful number, you know. It represents completion.
Yes,
and
it
also,
does.
You know, the G is the 7th letter in the alphabet, so it's meant to stand for a lot. And then as we started progressing, we just started creating more meanings, you know, to help unify people. Like I tell people in my broadcast, HL7 is not just us; it's for the world, you know. And what it is honesty, loyalty, versatility, independence, and integrity. And like, you know, like we always say, like, it's not, we don't try to slander nobody or what's going on out there, but we always tell everybody #HL7 because when people got Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter, they inadvertently create segregation. And we don't like that. So we create HL7 to create unity, you know, regardless of color, race, or whatever, you know. So that's kind of like what HL7 is.
All right. So for those who are listening and can't see, so how do you hashtag it? Do you do HL and the Roman numeral 7? Or that's what it so y'all heard that? Okay, not the regular old number 7. Okay. You got it. So if you don't know how to do Roman numeral, you got Google, look it up. Okay. #HL V and then like 2 capital I's, like if you was typing on a computer. All right, so caps I. All right, so do that, and we're going to hashtag too. We're going to do that. We're going throughout the show.
That's love.
All right, so what's up? You got any questions? I know we got like 1 minute.
So
Jabril, my co-host,
quick question for a
we
minute.
can wrap it up.
I see like y'all got the caps. Is that like official merchandise? And if so, where can I purchase it from?
All right, yeah, we definitely is working on more of the merchandise. Most of the people who got it's just for the people in the group right now. Right now, we just trying to get bulk sales so we can start being able to distribute it to many people that want it.
Okay, that's what's up. That was perfect. That was perfect. You wrapped that up. You wrapped that thing all the way up. All right, so we can ready to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more with HL7. So that's how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna group it together like that. Okay, HL7, and we're gonna play some of their music too because we have some MP3s of that. Ooh. So stay tuned. You guys come back to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. You know, like I wasn't like, oh, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're also live on YouTube on Be Exposed Radio. Cool. Okay. Technical difficulties. My mic's not on.
No.
Is it on? What happened? Keep talking. Okay. Okay, there I go. There I am. All right. We're back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. So welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. And we're also live on YouTube at Be Exposed Radio. So subscribe. So that way you can see all of the great shows that we have on Be Exposed. So not only the Be Inspired Radio Show, but we have tons of others. But of course, I want you to watch the Be Inspired Radio Show, because of, Miss Be Inspired and Jabril.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's finish up our interview with HL7. Yeah. We got them in the studio, and I said it right. Yeah. HL7. So not HL and the number 7. HL Roman numeral 7. So that's the V and 2 capital I's. Okay, so let's talk about some of your music that you have coming out, or maybe some new projects that you guys are working on.
Well, personally, I just dropped a new project. It's called Cursed Children, and it's an animated mixtape. I create like a alternate universe in my mixtapes that revolves with people that I meet every day, but like supernatural events happen. And then one of the main themes of it is that I have conversations with this being named Mugen, and he basically is he has like 2 alternate voices. One is high pitched, one is really low. So it's kind of like, it almost sounds distorted in the minute, but it's not. He represents something even more greater. And this is like a series of my mixtape called the Highly Animated Mugen series that I create with my mixtapes.
Gotcha.
The third segment. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to play. Okay, so introduce your song, Matt, because that's the one we're going to do. Not
Till the World Falls Apart too.
Oh, Till the World Falls Apart.
It's HO7 Mack featuring HO7 Kira. Till the World Fall Apart too.
Okay, so let's do it.
Watch out to the promised land, it's my promised land. They be saying they don't understand, no. You're my homie, you don't know me. Not too many people out there I can say they know me. And you told me I'm never lonely. We gon' blow trees and those so free till they fall apart. You're my homie, you don't know me. Not too many people out there I can say they know me. And you told me I'm never lonely. We gon' blow trees and those so free till they fall apart. I look at life just like a mirror. When I stare back, can't be any clearer. All my flaws wrapped in the water. Error mimicking previous with so many scars. Instead you go run along, take a chance, go make it far, be indifferent. Now we evolved, I put it in context. Then I had to show it all solutions. So I'm in a follower, really was so hard I couldn't grow anymore. Now I don't see things as I did before. Y'all don't know me, not too many people out there I can see that know me. And you told me I'm never lonely. We gon' blow trees, yellow so free till they fall apart. Y'all don't know me, y'all don't know me. Not too many people out there I can say that know me. And you told me I'm never lonely. We gon' blow trees, yellow so free till they fall apart. Everything is everything when it come to us. My squad over everything, and we know that well enough. Them young kids, them young kings all alone. The brother struggle make you tough in the pain. I swear will wake you up. It's like they holding me down while the bro was facing up to see the stars. Smiling back with all my team. It be no Mack. I reconcile with that. Stay true and I stay the facts. Appreciate your team around. Glory from the underground. They love the sound. Take it in town, and I'ma stay authentic. Glory from global. Switch up sides, they don't know you until you blow. And now they wanna show you extra long vibes and hugs like they wasn't doubtful, like they low-key ain't doubt you till the world. You're my homie, y'all don't know me. Not too many people out there I can see that know me. And you told me I'm never lonely. We gon' blow trees that are so free till they fall apart. You're my homie, y'all don't know me. Not too many people out there I can see that know me. And you told me I'm never lonely. We gon' blow trees that are so free till they fall apart. I never had the easy road up. Quiet and humble and being a real one that got me my clout. Some days I look at the sky and I just wanna shout. Father was never around. That kid cried right on the couch. Young boy with so much ambition, no one cared about. A few I call right now. It's no lame surround. I break it down, I go and light up the smoke. Enter a wall full of hope. Some days my back on the ropes. My niggas laughing, we joke. Clicked up even when we was broke. Get money and stay low key, and we will always be dope. From coast to coast, let's make a toast and spread it love, not doing no moves. And if we ever fall out, I promise to bring it back together real close. To the promised land, that's my promise land. From kid, we can stay the same, they don't understand. Y'all my brothers with a piece of mind. It's gonna be like this until the world falls apart. Y'all my homies, y'all don't know me. Not too many people out there I can say they know me. And you told
All right, so that was Till the World Falls Apart, and that was, okay, make sure I do it right, HL7 Mack. So we got to make sure we put that in front, right? Yeah. So what was the inspiration behind that song? Like, how did you come to write it?
Well, actually, my prior mixtape, I had Till the World Fall Apart 1. Mm-hmm. And that was just the part 2 of the series. But basically, it's just saying, like, between me and my group, like, we will always have unity. We'll always be closer. We like family, like brothers. So, like, we've been through a lot together. We've been together. It started in 2005. So this was when we were young.
Right.
And then we picked up on the music, I would say, like 2008, I would say it really got serious. And then we started just developing our craft. And it just, honestly, it made us stronger and just made us bond a lot more. So, yeah, that's all it is. It's like a tribute to that. It's just like putting, spreading light to something more positive. It could have been something more dark or a song that's more cliche, but I just wanted to show, like, spread unity and love and just know that the sound can actually be out there and it can be good.
Well, when I was growing up in, I'm not gonna say, but anyway, late 80s, early 90s, or in the 90s and early 2000s, the music was like that, and we've gotten away from that a lot. The music that was about your homies and all that kind of stuff like that. And that was cool, but a lot of music is not like that anymore. It's mostly about getting stuff. I know, I see you, HL70. Talk about it.
It's just, it's all so repetitive to me. Like,
Yeah.
especially when, you know, since I'm a part of the younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're all still in the same generation, but you know, it's my generation specifically that's trying to push it and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can appreciate artists. Like, if artists get buzz and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you know they're doing what they got to do, I can respect that.
Yes.
But don't do all this negative stuff. Like, if you have people watching you,
Yes.
you want to raise the children
Mm-hmm.
who's so heavily influenced by music and just by what they see on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
You really want them to, you know, be strong, stick to their morals, have just good thoughts in their mind, and don't want to end up being all malicious and evil and thinking that like I have to do all this negative stuff to survive. Everything I hear in music, I have to take it literally. Like, it baffles me that you can really sit there and listen to all these songs that degrade women, talk about how drug thing is just so cool, or how all these drugs is so cool, and how you sell them and just pretty much destroying your own community. It hurts me that like I see children doing all this and acting all, you know, ratchet and everything. Like, we grew up in the same generation.
Yeah.
So when I see the same people that I grew up with acting all crazy and rowdy and wanting to be gangsters and all that, it honestly hurts my heart. And I've been seeing some of these people when we were children, like we were really diaper brothers and everything. It's just, it hurts me.
You know what? I really admire your sensitivity to that and your wisdom. How old are you? You mind me asking?
I just turned 17.
Yes, I think that is amazing. That's the direction I would like to see young people go in, because it can have such an impact. And who says that a young person, you know, can have that kind of impact? That I was having a conversation with my husband. I was like, you know, it makes me so upset when people get older and forget you were ever young. Like, how can you weren't never a kid, you know? And to say that every child is up to no good is like a complete insult, because that is not the truth. I catch your attitude. You can't tell. I get mad. I be like, wait a minute, pump your brakes. Every young person out there is not up there causing trouble and stuff. And the ones that are, you have to look at what their influences are, what they're connected to. You know, maybe that's all they had to go, you know, they had as a contact. Come on, I'm on my soapbox, but let me get off. I could go all day on that. But I appreciate that. And plus, you're a city knight. So, you know, I mean, that's what's up. You know, gotta give a shout out, city knight. You know? All right. So, do you want to do some freestyle?
Sure.
All right. Freestyle. Okay. All right. So, who wants to start?
I start.
Okay. We don't have no beats.
I got you.
Huh? We got 2 other songs. All right. We'll do that in the next segment. We got one more. All right, we got one more song we're going to do.
Okay. All right. So freestyle?
Yeah, freestyle.
Okay.
Freestyle. You know, I gotta get used to this. I'm talking on here, talking on the mic, talking on here, talking on.
All right.
Go ahead.
I said, I came from people around me and creatures inside of me, trying to dictate the routes that they think that I should choose. I chose my path like Sora, go beyond the boundaries. My Nintendo is never give up, there's no way I can lose. Replenish the artisticness within the business. Don't be submissive, forever do you until you finish. That's what make it legendary, it will not diminish. Instead of you reciting lies, you stuck in repentance. I'm an innovator that cannot conform with the norm. What inspired me? Yes, you well informed, yet it's foreign, little Japanese. Help me write my stories in my poems. People telling me in all respect, I like what you were doing. Writing these haikus in the world coded in haiku. Being blessed every day, and that's cause I am my cool. Conquer the darker door in me, moving like Ryu. Make my fairy tale reality, this is not true. Having knowledge is power, but that's gained through desire. Keep on leading, know when I die is when I retire. And people that socially aware is what I admire. And put my city on the map, cause we more than the wire. I made a promise to keep my pride to the side. Freak the pride of designer and be proud of what I decide. I'm Jim Carrey, eccentric. Can you picture this? Like Yagami, intelligent, yes, I'm intricate. I'm not materialistic, but listen to this material. Obtain the wisdom through the light stream, and that's through material. He is being looked down and pushed around. Pray to God many times that he would ease up my mind. Create a unique sound, and I heard it got around. Thank God and my fam that I developed these fans. They buy my CDs or go to U-Torn. While I'm torn, expectations soaring. For class, these lands that I land is foreign.
My God, what do you say after that? Like you, woo. I mean, and I could feel it. Like it was, I was all in with you, man. We only got what 1 minute left on this segment. All right, so let's take a break. Everybody decompress because you know that was
the fire extinguisher.
Yeah,
like,
you
know,
it's like it's blazing in here. All right. So let's take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk more with HL7. We're going to talk up to each of them again about the music that they're doing. We're going to play some more music because we got some more music for you guys. All right, so stay tuned. Listen to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon. Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org.
So just
for
type
cool
the job
places nearby.
website address
Brought
here.
to you by the U.S. Forest Service.
That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician. This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really? He had no idea just how many. I can't believe it. This one looks good. Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner? See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Also on 7, a man with special needs left badly bruised after a brush with police. Tonight, he's showing the scars from what he and his family call a case of excessive force. The night team's Nicole Ensalada live for us in Southwest Miami-Dade, where the run-in happened. Nicole?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired radio show only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Miss Be Inspired, and my co-host,
Jabril Morris.
And we're here with HL7, the whole crew right here in live and in flesh. So we're gonna do HL7 Kira's song. I'm gonna let you set it up.
Okay. Well, this song right here is called Sauce, and thank you for everybody on Live Me for helping inspiring this song. Thank you, guys.
All right, here we go.
I was told that I'm born. I was told. I was something wrong with I was told that I'm born with the sauce. The sun was told that I'm born with the sauce. With the sauce was told that I'm born with the sauce. With the sauce was told that I'm born with the sauce. With the sauce was told that I'm born with the sauce. Oh Lord, will not forsake your name. You're the one who have blessed me with so many things. I'm the kid that loved anime with the no drink. I'm a beast that cannot be tamed or be contained. They say I'm insane. They think I'm deranged. Failing normal, I accept being strange. Call that individuality mixed with a malady. Touching people hearts, and now my lifestyle became a salary. Yeah, and now my music heard overseas. Yeah, and now they all are requesting me. Yeah, I never thought that I feel so free. Yeah, before they all visit Germany, whole city smoking, their combination is amazing. Got so many compliments talking about my cadence. Track her children and everyone asking did I make it. So much love I'm receiving, I don't know how to take it. Get it from my mother, my brother, and little sister. For Krishan, her Mack, and Kai, and all those I forgot to mention. Yeah, for those who know my sound, and those who love me now, y'all go help me get the crown. Yeah, I swear I'm gonna hold it down. Yeah, for my people up in be more. Yeah, I know we can be more. Yeah, rest in peace, the little shooter. Yeah, he was one of our leaders. I was told that I'm born with the sauce. The sun was told that I'm born with the sauce. With the sauce was told that I'm born with the sauce. With the sauce was told that I'm born with the sauce. With the sauce was told that I'm born with the sauce. Sauce.
All right, y'all. That was Sauce. So I like, and I know it was hot. It was hot. So HL7 Kira.
Mm-hmm.
What is sauce in like a couple of seconds? What is sauce? What does that mean?
It just means anybody who doing the right thing, live the way they supposed to, the earnest way, then you got the sauce. When you live the way you're supposed to help other people, that's the sauce.
Okay, so would you say that I have the sauce?
Yeah. You help this up here, man.
I got sauce, y'all. Like, you know we got to put that on Facebook, right?
Oh yeah.
Got sauce.
Naomi has the sauce.
Miss Be Inspired has the sauce.
Okay, my apologies. My apologies.
All right, I ain't messing with you. All right, so with the last couple of minutes that we have, how many minutes do we have? We got a couple. We got
3.
4, okay, we got 3 minutes. Okay. So we're talking about this topic. 1 minute. We're gonna talk about for 1 minute. Okay. Entering the winner's circle. That's been our topic for the past couple weeks. Sure. Entering the winner's circle. So when you hear that, what does that mean to you? Entering the winner's circle.
It's kind of, for me, it kind of sounds like just reaching the place where you can impact lives on a grander scale.
Yes. Wow.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I can just piggyback off of that. It's just like getting to somewhere where basically a place where you can help others. Basically, you actually winning like in life. Like you're moving forward and you're setting goals and just achieving goal after goal after goal after goal. Win a circle.
Yes. All right. What about you, HL? We gotta get you back too, because we got here. We just gotta do this again. But anyway, go ahead.
I think that honestly, I think it's just when a person can genuinely sit back and be like, if I was to die right now, I would accept it. Like, I've done enough in my life and I've impacted people to where I'm a little.
Go ahead. See, city college education. That's what's up. Oh my God, we getting ready to run out of time. All right, so I know I didn't even know that, but that's okay. Give your shout out.
All right, quick shout out to two UB friends that I have, Tisha and Dorian. Keep listening. I'm gonna get you guys on this show at some point, so be looking out for that.
May I do a quick shout out to you?
Okay, we got like 30 seconds.
All right, shout out to HL7 Mercury. Shout out to HL7 Johnny, Killer Kai. Shout out to Nabria. Shout out to everybody on Live Me right now supporting this. This is a great thing, man. Keep supporting them.
Yes, thank you. All right, so what we're gonna do is after the show, we're gonna get all your information. We're gonna do a post show so we can get your information on how y'all can be booked and all of that good stuff. All right, and we're gonna have y'all back on this show right here, the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. So stay tuned, and we're gonna have Breaking Barriers with Dr. D.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs.
Hey guys, check out my new video game.
Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio. Are you getting your kids this hoverboard thing that's taken over the country? They range from $300 to $600. They're blowing up. And then, I mean, literally blowing up. That one video, I thought that was going to be the one and only video that I saw in reference to it. And it wasn't. Now I could probably tell you about 10 to 15 videos of this happening where this battery gets super, super hot and burns like holes into your tennis shoes.
Oh my.
And I know you would be pissed if you was wearing Jordans and you just paid all that money, your lights are off. And
especially if they're from China.
Your lights off.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monny, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics, chemistry, Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yes. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. So if you're just tuning in, we just had the best interview with HL7. We had HL7 Kira, HL7 Zero, who is a City Knight, by the way. Yay, City! And HL7 Mack. And we got a chance to listen to HL7 Kira's music and also HL Mack. And they will be at Hotel RL tomorrow for the Firestarter series, which I am also hosting. And they will be performing there live on the stage. So you got to be there. But I'm excited because guess what? Breaking Barriers with Dr. D is back, you guys. And she is in the studio with us right now. Woo! 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 So
it's been too long.
I know. The whole gang is back in effect.
Definitely missed you.
So so we're gonna let Dr. D talk. We've been talking about entering the winner's circle. I tried to the best of my ability to talk about it the last 2 shows or the last show or so and really get everybody introduced to the idea of talking about what that means. And I had our guests give their synopsis of what they thought that meant. And I could tell you that each of them gave a different perspective, but HL7 Kira, he said it's like when you get to the point where you can actually help others. So it's not just about you, but you can reach out. And HL7 Mack, he said when you're able to establish goals and you're setting goal after goal after goal and you're able to hit them. Yes. And then HL7 Mack, Zero. He was very profound. What did he say? I couldn't remember. I was skipping my head.
He said that entering the winner's circle is when you get to the point that if you were to die at that moment,
yes,
you could be
forget that?
happy with
what you have done so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful.
That was a City Knight right there. So
well, we clearly see where she is.
Right.
Her advocacy.
She's leaning towards the City Knight.
Awesome. Yeah, but all 3 of them gave profound responses. So I just wanted to start off with that to give you that.
Awesome. Well, we are on the Be Inspired radio show with Miss Be Inspired and Mr. Jabril. And yes, I have missed you guys. Yeah. And again, we're bringing in the Breaking Barriers segment where what we're doing is with the topics. One thing I really like, I like a lot of things about Be Inspired, but what I really like about it is the whole idea is optimism. It's moving toward the future. It's no matter what the difficulty, when you were dealing with the articles about, we've dealt with it in the past about police shootings, about the elections, about now you were dealing with the whole policies around vacation in schools and how children are treated. And I like how you brought that part in because the reality is if we indeed are not going to put time into our children and be concerned about their well-being, we won't have a future. future. That you can just hang it up. It's going to end with us, and there will not be a legacy.
Yeah.
So to be able to look at policies and things going on in the government as a way of proactively dealing with winning, and the fact that we are designed for success, I think is really, really awesome. So we're dealing with breaking barriers, and we're focused. We ask that everyone who is tuned into the Be Inspired radio show, please feel free, and we want to hear from you, to text us at 443-642-9403. That's 443-642-9403. Or you may call us at 410-702-5657. 410-702-5657. Also, we want to welcome those who are joining us on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live, because we are interested in hearing what you have to say during this summer, because we've had a very difficult summer. And a lot of traumas, a lot of, after we dealt with the whole issue around trauma, we've had a lot of drama that has led to a lot of trauma. And that coming out of that, we're determined that we are not to stay in a place of despair, a place of valley and challenge that just goes undetected or unaddressed, but that indeed our job is to triumph just as those who have gone before us have triumphed. And in so doing, we carry on the legacy of what has gone before. So with that in mind, and I'm having a little trouble with my earpiece, so please, I hope I'm okay with it. But with that in mind, we're going to focus on some aspects of entering the winter cycle that have been talked about in the field of business, in the field of education, in the field of health, and it deals with the habits of highly effective people that even in light of the Olympics that we just came out of, that we have dealt with individuals who have worked very hard to achieve a goal and to get to the top, but in so doing, the journey has entailed some steps that they had to take to get where they got to be able, even the ones who flopped, even I think we had at some ones who were doing the diving from the Philippines who flopped. But hey, they made it.
They did. Hello.
They made it. Oh, incidentally, this is a little sidebar. You've got to go to see Florence Jenkins, the movie Florence Jenkins with Meryl Streep, because it really deals a lot with entering the winner circle. I will not tell you the details. It's hilarious, but it's a true story. And so I just wanted to put that little plug in to add some life to, and a little task, a little homework, okay? But entering the winner circle, 7 habits of highly effective people. We talked about the 7 habits, and I'll review them very quickly, and then after that we're going to deal with being proactive, which is the first step. But that the 7 habits start with being proactive, then it is start with the end in mind, put first things first, seek to win-win, seek a win-win, seek to be understood rather than to understand, seek to understand rather than to be understood, sharpen your sword, and I believe the other one is synergy, learn team effort. This team, Miss Be Inspired under her leadership has done a great job in teaching us about team effort. We do a whole lot more together than we do apart, but let's deal with proactiveness. I'd like to define it first, and then after that, I kind of want to talk a little bit about why it is that Colby, who is the one who established the 7 habits, would start with being proactive. Proactive means creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it has happened. Let me say it again. It is creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it has happened. What do you think that means?
Just being, I get proactive, like don't wait until the the bad part comes to react to the bad part, you start off the situation with your good parts.
Okay.
So in the terms of a student, don't wait until the week of or the month of a paper is due, because they give you the syllabus in the beginning. Start doing your research, in bite-sized chunks, but just start doing your research so that you can have a combined idea when you come to sit down and write out your ideas.
Excellent. How is that linked to success? Well, what difference does it make in the quest for success to be proactive rather than reactive?
So usually when you're proactive, you're ahead of the game. So you don't have to scramble and find backdoor solutions. I'm just going to use that as a lack of a better term, backdoor solutions. You have that immediate solution instead of, oh man, I need to study, so I'm going to cram, which usually doesn't help. So being proactive is a mindset of, okay, I have time now, so I'll study for this test or I'll research for this paper. So as though at the end of the semester, I don't have 30,000 things going on around me. And usually when there's a lot of things going on, some people work good under pressure and some people don't. So instead of you having 30,000 things going on and you failing at, 30% of those, you're succeeding at that same 30%. And then you're excelling in the rest of them.
I noticed that when you talked about it, you said that you have a little more control over the situation. I'm going to flip it a little bit and say, on the other hand, if you are instead, let's use the analogy of school, and then we're going to flip to some other things that involve the consequence of being reactive instead of proactive. Do you have any thoughts about what would happen if I chose not to be proactive, but approached my schooling, my work task, my home task in a reactive way? What does that look like, and what would the consequences be?
I'm going to chime in. This is Miss Be Inspired. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to say Robbie said it. Robbie gave his definition of what he thought proactive was. And he said prevention is better than a cure, which is like awesome. I think it's awesome because I'm going to add to that in terms of consequences for being reactive is something I heard somebody say. I can't recall who the person was, but they said neglect always equals loss. So when you fail to prepare, or when you fail to deal with situations or organize things beforehand, there is a potential for some type of loss. If you think about school, your consequence might be you fail because you didn't study for that test. So now you're faced with a test that you have to take and you don't know the material, or in advance that you have to pay your mortgage. And this is big girl stuff, big boy stuff we're talking about now. You have to pay your mortgage at the beginning of each month, and how many times you get paid before that bill is due. So to be reactive is to wait until that paycheck that's right there, to pay for it, and something else hits. So, we all know a car breaks down, or we know, for me, children get sick and you have to pay for medicine maybe you didn't prepare for. So neglect always equals loss. When you fail to prepare, you are faced with something of value, of significance, being lost and falling to the wayside.
So loss in that context is my responsibility. I have to take some responsibility for that type of loss. I can't. I'm not going to get very far blaming on other people or on circumstances. And so now we're going to go a little deeper.
Okay.
And deal with, because we've talked a lot about loss over the summer. We talked about loss in the form of the whole racism problem. We've talked about it in terms of the brutality. We've talked about it in terms of a lot of the bigotry and insults that have come over the airways with the elections going on. So we've talked about a lot of losses that have literally resulted in death, that have resulted in a sense of threat. So do we have any responsibility in that? Are there any challenges that are presented to us as it relates to our need to be proactive? Have we in any way been reactive rather than proactive to play a role in how things have spun out, especially as in light of what's happened over the summer?
I would say definitely yes. I would, as a precursor, I would say that a lot of times we watch things happen. We watch them unfold, and we can clearly see, and I believe each of us have intuition, or as some would say spiritually, and you have discernment. You can tell what's going on in the environment, and some of us watch those things happen and do nothing about it, but I would say, but to answer your question, I would say we have been very reactive to things. There have been things that have happened historically over time. Police brutality is not something that is new. It's something that has been happening for years and years and years. And we've gotten comfortable and just have let it go. And now that it's resurfaced, now we're being reactive about it. Now we're like, okay, we need to do something about this. But that means nothing was ever really done to satisfy that. So now we are in reactive mode. With our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing them, inspiring them, mentoring them. And so now we're faced with a generation that's like, I'm gonna do my own thing. Right. I have no respect for you, because what have we done to help them except to say that, like I was telling the HL7, that, I get highly upset when adults forget that they were ever young. And the first thing they say is young people are up to no good. Well, you're not helping them. What are you doing to inspire them? Right. So to me, that's reactive, because now that they're in the street cutting up, now you like, oh, we need to do something with our children, or we need to start schools earlier so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive. So I think, yes, we kind of watch things happen and we don't do anything about it. So that's
I wanted to add something real quick. A saying that comes to my mind that speaks to the whole proactive versus reactive type of thing: haste makes waste. So, okay, usually when a reactive state, we're doing it pretty fast. Like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta pay my mortgage before the 6th or the 5th. Haste makes waste. So instead of making that waste, let's be proactive about some things instead of reactive.
Absolutely. When we come back, we're going to deal with the difference between being proactive and reactive. We are on the Be Inspired radio show with Miss Be Inspired, and this is Breaking Barriers. We will be back.
Check out this flashback on Gangsta Goddess radio show.
You are true to yourself. You walk that, and you walk it with your head up. Because yes, I have this gangster in me. I can do this. I will persevere. I will keep moving. We have Black women who are dealing with mental issues. We have Black women who are dealing with health issues. We have Black women who are dealing with self-esteem issues. We have Black women who are just dealing with issues, child. So as you try to figure out, why am I here? What's my purpose? And that can bring you down. And you have to find that, oh no, you gotta be gangster enough to say, oh no, boo-boo, not today. You will not get me. I am here. I can take a punch and keep it moving. But I can also give one. Don't get it twisted. And then go in and fix my makeup. Get the lip gloss popping, put the wrap on, and keep it moving. So that is that gangster goddess. That's where I find the balance. So you have to know when to bring it out, each side, because I can give it to you either way, because I am mother of truth. You're the unicorn, you're magical Negro, you're gangster goddess, and I am here. So thank you so much for your question. Feel free to text us again, and the number is 443-642-9403. But I hope we answered that for you.
For this and more, be sure to tune in to Gangster Goddess Radio Show every Tuesday from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway.
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game.
Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say?
Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the new Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. And we are now in the Breaking Barrier segment with Dr. D. So, Dr. D.
All right. Well, we are so happy to be back. We left off dealing with the question of the benefits of being proactive and versus the consequences of being reactive, tying them into this whole issue around loss when one chooses to be reactive, and then tying that into what responsibility we have or are we challenged to take in light of the losses and the difficulties that we have encountered, particularly in the African American community over the summertime. What are the consequences of, we talked about the benefits, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Review real quick. What are the benefits you said of being proactive? You said that it's success. You said
Successful.
Control. Anything else?
It just gives you, and also it gives you a sense of like, just knowing, for me, like proactivity is a sense of relief. It's just like, okay, I finished that task, or I finished that bill, or I finished that assignment. Now I can focus on something that may be bigger. So I feel like it's just a positive sense of self.
Absolutely. And that was Mr. Jabril Morris, who is our co-host. Wonderful insights there. In light of the losses, in what way have we possibly been reactive as it's related to, let's talk, we dealt with the whole civil rights or the struggle. It's really called the ma'afa, which is the suffering of a people. And in this case, when we talk about African American people, it's the whole journey of suffering from the Middle Passage all the way up till today. So now we've gone through the Middle Passage. We went through the Civil War, the antebellum. We went through Jim Crow. We had the civil rights movement and all of those things. We came all the way to the point where we actually have a president that's in office and has been in for 2 terms. So progress has been made. Is there any way that we have perhaps failed to be proactive within that time? Let's say from the 60s on up till today. Anything that you can think of where we have failed to be proactive and instead have been reactive?
When it comes to organizing as a people,
Okay.
Like we always wait until something tragic happens. It's
Okay.
never, for me, in my 22 years of living, I haven't seen a point where we as African Americans have formed not out of reactivity. So it's never been a time where I've been walking downtown and I just see a brigade of African Americans just protesting, just for equal rights. It's always a point where police brutality happens. Our next step is the march, but it should be a proactivity thing. Like we should be able to march every Thursday for the same thing, multiple amounts of time, so that way that need for us can get met. So we won't have to wait until a black man can't get a job at a certain company before we start marching. It's like a base level thing. Like we got to build. You got to start with your grunt work, and the times that you don't feel like doing it, you got to get out there and do it, because that builds a foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm itching.
Hop
I'm
right
waiting.
on in.
So as you were talking and as we have been talking, I just thought of how there are those instances where you don't know you need to be proactive until that thing happens. So when I say that, I think about historically all the things that African Americans have gone through, and some things happened to them that they couldn't have planned for, like slavery, people coming over. Now this is my perspective.
Okay.
People coming over and taking you from your land, and now you're in a land that you don't know anything about, so sometimes a situation has to happen to you first, and then when it does, then the next time that you don't want that to happen. But what happens is, instead of us finding a way to deal with that, we get comfortable once that situation is over. And then, and then when it happens again, then we become reactive. But it's sort of like, once you've experienced something, like for me, I'll give an example really quick. When I had gestational diabetes, when I was pregnant, actually my blood sugar actually dropped and I blacked out behind the wheel. So that had never happened to me before. I never had diabetes before, but because I knew I didn't want that to happen to me again, I changed my diet. I was like, I'm cutting out all my sugars, the things I know I'm not supposed to have. I'm keeping my weight down, all of those things, so that doesn't happen to me again. I don't know if it's going to happen to me again or not, but I also know I don't want it to. So I'm going to do what I have to do up front to make sure that doesn't happen again. So
a key point you brought out in that, and thank you for that, was this thing of getting comfortable, which another way of saying that is entering a comfort zone. Another way of saying that, which may not sound too positive, but I'm wondering if it's what causes us to go down the pathway, the downward spiral of reactivity, is complacency.
Yes, yeah.
Or is it possible? I think about when we talked about the Summer Olympics, when people were preparing for what they had to do, they put everything into the preparation, knowing they were going to be coming up against the best of the best in swimming, in floor exercises, and all of those things. So in other words, they couldn't just wait till the day of or when the Olympics took place. There had to be some considerable preparation, mental preparation, physical preparation. So the question is, have we gotten maybe a little bit complacent about the preparation? I'm thinking about a term, it's an R word. It's called resilience, okay? The ability to withstand. And we're running a little bit out of time, so we may have to pick this up next week. But resilience is the ability to stick to it under pressure. And that the ability, proactiveness is preparing myself to endure the struggle of whatever we're dealing with, so that I am not giving up. We are out of time. I am so sorry because this is going to be a hot topic. We want you to tune in next week. Next week, we're going to deal with the 10 benefits of being proactive instead of reactive. And then we're going to move on to the next value of effective people. Thank you for joining us. I'm turning it back over to Miss Be Inspired.
Okay, so thank you everybody for listening to the Be Inspired radio show. We're going to do a post-show wrap-up where we're going to talk a little bit more about this and post it on our page. So see you next week.
And our faith